Welcome to the MyAZ Lawyers Law Firm podcast. We provide the right resources on criminal defense and family law so you can stay informed. The attorneys at MyAZ Lawyers have the knowledge and expertise needed for your case and will give you the tools to protect your rights. This podcast series is reviewed and approved by attorney Candace Callan.
In this episode, we'll dive into everything you need to know about reckless driving in Arizona, what it means, the laws around it, and what you could be facing. Plus, we'll talk about why it's really important to get a lawyer quickly if you're charged with reckless driving. Reckless driving is a charge that can result in some major consequences in the state of Arizona. Some of the consequences include jail time, steep fines, probation, and loss of your driver's license. You may also face secondary consequences, such as significantly increased insurance premiums, social and relational challenges, and the potential to lose your job, along with the financial security it provides. If someone has been injured as a result of your reckless driving, you'll also have to live with that burden for the rest of your life. If you've been arrested or charged with reckless driving in Arizona, contact an experienced Glendale criminal defense attorney right away who can help you with your case. You are not automatically guilty or convicted of a crime just because you have been arrested, but timely legal counsel is crucial. Firstly, let's understand, under the eyes of the law, what is considered reckless driving in Arizona. Reckless driving is technically a Class 2 misdemeanor offense in Arizona, but it is considered to be a more serious crime than many other misdemeanor offenses. According to Arizona state statutes, a person who drives a vehicle in reckless disregard for the safety of persons or property is guilty of reckless driving. Some examples of reckless driving include driving your vehicle at an extremely fast speed that is well over the speed limit, cutting off other drivers, swerving between lanes, running stoplights or stop signs, failing to stop at pedestrian walkways, driving closely to another vehicle in order to intimidate the driver, tailgating or following too closely, driving in the opposing lane of traffic, and driving dangerously fast for current weather or traffic conditions. If you've been arrested for allegedly committing any of these actions, contact your Mesa criminal defense law firm immediately for legal advice and guidance. Now, let's review the penalties for reckless driving. As with many other crimes, the penalties for reckless driving will depend on whether you've been convicted of the charge previously. The consequences will be much more severe for subsequent offenses within the last 24 months. So, what happens when you're dealing with a first reckless driving offense? A person who is convicted of a first-time reckless driving offense will be guilty of a Class 2 misdemeanor. They will face the following penalties and consequences: up to 4 months in jail, up to $750 in fines, plus court fees, and suspension of your driver's license for up to 90 days. Let's now review what happens when you're dealing with a second reckless driving offense. A person who is convicted of a second reckless driving offense will be guilty of a Class 1 misdemeanor, which is more serious than a Class 2. It's important to realize that some related convictions, such as a DUI, may be considered a prior conviction. A driver convicted of a second reckless driving offense will face the following penalties: up to 6 months in jail, up to $2,500 in fines plus court fees, and mandatory license suspension of up to 1 year. Additionally, convicted drivers may be required to attend a driving school before their driver's license can be reinstated. If a person loses the ability to legally drive, they may also lose their job or face difficulty earning an income. Lastly, let's talk about special jail circumstances for education or employment. If your East Valley criminal defense lawyer can provide evidence to the court that you are employed or a student, the court may, at their discretion, allow you the freedom to come and go from jail at certain times of the day or week. You may be allowed to continue working at your job or attending school for up to 12 hours per day for not more than 5 days per week. But the remainder of your time would be spent serving your jail sentence. Although the paperwork for this type of special permission can be complicated and there will be additional requirements for you to meet during this time, a Glendale criminal defense lawyer can help protect your rights and help you provide for your future. Don't try to face a reckless driving charge alone. An experienced attorney will provide legal guidance, represent you in court, and work to minimize your conviction and penalties. In some cases, your case can be thrown out. Keep in mind that if you're charged with reckless driving in Arizona, it can lead to some pretty serious consequences, even arrest. That's why it's a good idea to consult with a trusted reckless driving attorney who knows all about these type of cases. They can give you the right advice and help you deal with these charges in the best way possible. If you've been arrested for reckless driving, consult the trusted attorneys at My AZ Lawyers. Our extensive experience and legal knowledge gives us the edge you need for successful and effective representation against criminal charges, such as reckless driving. In a criminal matter, you always have the right to hire your own attorney rather than one the court appoints for you. Your private defense attorney can begin working on your defense promptly, finding evidence and testimony that could weaken the prosecution's case against you. This can help convince the prosecution to reduce or even drop your charges. Don't delay and reach out to My AZ Lawyers as soon as possible after an arrest or charge. We offer affordable payment plans and can provide same-day consultations. Contact our office today. Call us at 480-448-9800 or visit us online at myazlawyers.com.
Thank you for listening to the My AZ Lawyers Law Firm podcast. Facing criminal charges in Arizona is very serious and requires the legal representation and guidance of an experienced criminal defense attorney. At My AZ Lawyers, we'll aggressively defend your case to the best of our abilities. Contact My AZ Lawyers today to get a free evaluation and find the peace of mind you deserve.